LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors. Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
And with that, we're ready for basketball on this senior night. Leominster introduces 6 starters this evening, the 6th starter being senior Ava McDonald on her senior night. The Blue Devils' lone senior on this varsity basketball team, been injured and out with a knee injury all year long. With that, we are ready for rivalry basketball, Bill Thomas.
And it's good to see Ava on the court. Like I say, she's been over there. Big cheerleader wearing a knee brace all year. Good to see her getting her first start, I believe, of the season.
Always good when you get that opportunity. To midcourt we go. Nevard will take the jump. She had a little uniform malfunction there. Up goes the ball. Nevard over Hecker, but Hecker is able to tap it on, and it will find its way to the Red Raiders, who control the basketball. And right away, down floor, Brito throws on the brakes. She's called for skidding the pivot foot. It's a walk, and the ball will go back to Leominster. This is Caldwell. Caldwell for Nevard. Nevard drives the lane. Little finger roll. Underside of the rim doesn't go, and Hecker pulls down the rebound. Teams exchange scoreless opportunities. 30 seconds gone by here in quarter number 1. The inside find, drive the lane. That one won't fall for Graham at the rim. Pompey in transition, slips. Graham picks it up, drives it back to the rim. Pompey makes the contact, and Navia Graham is going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Little slip on the floor over there, a wet spot or something, cost the Blue Devils a turnover. Leads to a couple of foul shots here.
7:20 to play here in quarter number 1, still scoreless. Graham is at the line, the senior.
They bill that to Forsberg, her first, team first.
First one will fall. Red Raiders take the early 1-0 lead, and Kate, that may be important down the stretch, that one gets billed to Forsberg.
That's why I mentioned it.
Graham is short of the rim on the second one, rim violation on the shooter. Ball goes back to Leominster, 80 seconds into this first quarter, and it is a 1-0 lead.
Ball start over there.
And back down the floor comes Caldwell. Caldwell through Nevard, over for Keenan. Keenan now drives past the left elbow, down the left side of the lane. Gets the body contact, and Keenan will go to the line for 2.
Good drive. Nice seeing the Blue Devils being aggressive here. Nevard on that first possession, even though she didn't get the fall. Another drive right here results in a couple of foul shots.
Smith picks up her first, team first for the Red Raiders of the first half.
Keenan's first will fall, and we're at 1-1. 7:06 to play here in the first quarter. Keenan's got a very interesting shot there. Did you notice basketball spins, then it goes up with no spin or limited spin. Maybe one tumble there of the basketball before it falls. But it's soft at the rim, and Leominster's got a 2-1 lead.
It's almost like a horseshoe chuck, one rotation.
As we go under the 7-minute mark here in quarter number 1. Graham plays catch at the top of the key with Smith. Now tries the left side, Brito. Brito throws a fake on Keenan, then bounces into the corner. It's Santiago, finds the cutter. That was Smith, who can't finish at the rim, but she draws the body contact, and Smith's going to the line to shoot 2.
Now Pompey picks up her first, team second for the Blue Devils.
It's already important, Kate. It would have been a quick 2 fouls. As Smith confidently hits the first and ties us at 2. Smith wearing the brick red top, brick red bottom, trimmed in gray, but with the electric yellow kicks with Bill Thomas, would you,
Already into the shoot.
would you go with the butterfly theme
They're
there? I was going to say
butterflies.
almost like peace, love, and flower theme there a little
Minute
bit.
15 in, Kate. We're already talking about the
I
footwear.
know.
It's Caldwell slashes the lane. She draws contact.
She and I already
she's got
talked
two coming
about
from the
that as
line.
well.
We gotta love it.
6:36 to play in quarter one, and it's a 3-2 Red Raider lead, and Caldwell going to the line with a two-shot opportunity.
Now Smith picking up her second for the Red Raiders, team second of the first half, so that becomes important.
And I'll tell you, Todd and Kate, both teams aggressive, and both officials rewarding teams for being aggressive around the rim. A lot of fouls called here early, two each side on drives for the most part.
And Smith will stay in the game 2 minutes into this one, roughly speaking, with the two fouls. Brito checked out at that whistle. And now Smith will run the point. 6.5 to play here in quarter one. Leominster comes up dry on those two free throws from Caldwell. We're stuck at 3-2. This is Graham. Bounces it over for Smith. Had it tapped away. Now Smith comes left. Leominster holding solid in a 3-2 zone up top. Swing to man. Smith fires up a shot from a tough angle. She sees a deflection, thinks it's Red Raider basketball. And now there is a conversation as the shot clock is now showing 0, and the signal was a shot clock violation.
I think they might put a second on the clock here and still maintain Red Raiders ball, Todd and
They
Kate.
do.
So they are. They put a second
Yeah.
back on the shot clock. Red Raiders will keep it. Hecker to inbound. 0.4 of a second is what you need for a catch and shoot. Hecker to Graham. Graham with the bounce. Shot clock violation. The shot is no good.
And a long 5 to start that sequence.
Certainly beneficial to say the least, but not able to get the shot off. You could hear the crowd saying, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. It had to be that way with just
No
the 1
time for
second
the
on the shot
dribble.
clock. That's right. The entry pass, Forsberg sends it back out top of the key. Pompey finds Nivard through Forsberg, and then there's a foul on Nivard's drive to the lane. She's got 2 shots coming up.
Once again, aggressiveness being rewarded here early on.
And all of a sudden, it's a free throw competition. 5:46 to play here in quarter
There have
one.
been no baskets made,
All free throws?
just free throws from the field. Nothing from the field.
And Nivard does not get that one to fall. Leominster has missed their last 3 free throw opportunities.
That foul on Hecker, her first, team third of the first half of the Red Raiders.
Nivard second, and she's called for a lane violation.
Oh.
Stepped on the line.
Indeed she did. So Leominster now goes back-to-back dry free throw opportunities, missing their last 4 after hitting their first 2.
They're 3 of 6 right now.
Down the lane, shot hits side of the rim, and the rebound is down for Nivard, who throws it away in transition as Aponte, newly into the game, deflects it out of play.
Nivard a little hasty there in that outlet pass.
5:36 to play here in quarter one. It is 3-2 Fitchburg's lead. This is Smith. Smith to the top of the key, reverse the ball, puts it in the hands of Graham. Graham drives baseline, gets tied up with Nivard, and Graham's got 2 coming from the line.
Aggressiveness being rewarded on both ends of the court, Todd and Kate. And I think the coach is just going to keep encouraging this kind of play. To, at the very least, get some of those interior girls out of the game if they get fouls on them.
That's Nivard's first, team third for the Blue Devils. Fouls all tied up at 3 apiece.
And Graham will get the first to fall. Fitchburg has doubled up Leominster 4-2 at the 5:28 mark of a lethargic quarter number 1.
Graham right now 2 of 3 from the line for the Red Raiders. Red Raiders as a team 4 of 5.
And Graham, iron quite kind. 5-2 Red Raiders lead. Leominster 2 of 6 on free throws. Not a good situation in a game where neither team has hit a shot from the field. Until then, as Caldwell finds Kelly newly into the game, and she'll finish the lay-in. Red Raiders come right back down floor with just the 1-point lead. This is Graham. Inside for Smith. Had it poked away. Goes to the right side of the lane. Aponte missed everything. Ends up being a great setup to the near side for Calderon, who sets up a Smith 3. Back rim, no. But a rundown rebound there by Santiago. Inside entry pass for Graham, working on Keenan. Steps around the defender, missed the shot, and Kelly comes through with the rebound.
No panic in that Red Raider offense, having multiple opportunities at the bucket there.
Keenan takes the one bounce, step up for the jumper, doesn't go. And then there's contact on the rebounding action. Leominster is going to be faulted for it. 5:37 to play here in quarter one. Fitchburg's lead is 5-4, and the Red Raiders will have the full court inbound.
You know, down this other end of possession, Red Raiders offensive rebounds there, but Blue Devils did a good job staying home on defense. They didn't panic either.
Forsberg picks up her second, team fourth.
Graham goes to midcourt, and a deflected ball finds its way to Santiago. Then over for Calderon, tries to put it in the corner. It's saved by Aponte, but into the hands of Pompey. Pompey, down floor, bodies up against Graham. Kick out for Kelly. Line drive is short of the mark. Tipped there by Bello, newly into the game. Put into the hands of Graham. Graham in transition, throws on the brakes at the free throw line. Kick back, Smith, three, front rim, no. Loose ball ends up out of play. Ball back to Leominster, and it looks like Coach Rusty Frederick has spent a timeout. Halfway through this first quarter, 5-4, Fitchburg's lead in what has ostensibly been a free throw contest.
One field goal from the field on that drive, possession or so ago for the Blue Devils, but you're right, Todd and Kate. It's come down to free throws, and you know, you hate to see that kind of situation turn into what could be a difference maker long term in the game, but Blue Devils are losing the free throw contest right now.
A fine crowd on hand, a rowdy Red Raider cheering section on hand here tonight.
I got to tell you, this might be the biggest girls basketball game crowd anywhere that we've had
since
around
pre-COVID.
us.
Since pre-COVID, for sure.
And it's great to see the fans coming out. You know what?
It's very exciting.
We might be onto something playing on a Thursday.
I agree.
You know, Fridays can be busy for some families, but Thursdays, hey, let's go watch a basketball
Good night
game.
for a community basketball game.
Absolutely.
I notice across the way, Leominster's boys team here to root on their friendly counterparts on the girls' side of things. And that, of course, reminds us our next broadcast here on RFM and with our partners at the K-Zone Radio and Leominster TV is tomorrow night. That's Friday, February the 11th. 6:45 is the pregame here on RFM. K-Zone pregame begins at 6:35 for the 7 o'clock tip-off of the rematch coming off that overtime Leominster victory just a couple of weeks ago. Fitchburg and Leominster on the boys' side of things. Match up tomorrow night right here on RFM. A rivalry doubleheader week.
Hey,
Doesn't get any better than that.
You know, if it wasn't for the mix-up with the track meet, we would be missing one of the great rivalry games, but we get them both.
Leominster works the weave at the top. It's Caldwell. Puts it in the corner. A Keenan three. Got the front rim. Tap for the rebound. Finds its way to Graham. Graham dribbles through traffic. Loses her balance. And the basketball. Pompey picks it up, turns it the other way for Leominster. Tries to throw a line drive pass. Graham slapped at it, was able to take it out of the air, put it in the hands of Santiago. But the outlet ends up in the hands of Kelly, who misses a lay-in. Opportunities abound in a little ping pong game that developed. Graham tried to work an interior pass. Caldwell stepped in the lane, swatted it out of play. 3:25 to play here in quarter one, and it's Red Raider basketball. 5-4, Fitchburg's lead over Leominster at the 3:25 mark of quarter number one. Smith goes top of the key for Aponte. Got tapped back on, but it finds its way to Calderon. And then Keenan will step in the lane. Keenan, coast to coast, will finish the lay-in.
Nice two-handed push shot right there. Didn't want anything to go wrong. Had all the time in the world. Good job on the finish.
And Leominster claims their first lead of the night at 6-5 at the 3:05 mark of quarter one. Right back down floor. Hecker misses the jumper. Kelly's got the rebound. Kelly, top of the key. Now comes right. Sets up Boulay. Boulay dribbles to her left. Thought about a three from straight away. Instead kicks one more time to Pompey. Took the three from off angle left. Got the side of the rim. And Keenan got herself the rebound. Keenan has it straight taken away from her by Calderon.
No help by any of her friends there. Nobody came to the ball. She got trapped.
Come to the near side. This is Graham.
Fitchburg, when they get in proximity, can be stifling.
Graham's entry pass for Smith. She wanted the foul call on the lay-in. Didn't get it. And the rebound is down for Kelly. Keenan fires up the long two. It doesn't go. Rebound down for Aponte. Aponte does not have numbers, but she'll go 1-on-2, fling a wild shot up, got it on the rim, and just did not get the benefit of the roll. Right back down floor come the Blue Devils. Under the 2-minute mark here in quarter one, a 6-5 Leominster lead. Kelly dribbles to the right side. Now back to Boulay. 3 off the mark left. Missed off the rim. Pompey rebound. Reloads Boulay. Missed the second 3-point opportunity on the possession. And Leominster immediately tries to pressure the basketball. Now they're going to fall back to half court, and Coach Paul DiGeronimo spends a timeout. 1:37 to play here in quarter one, and a 6-5 Leominster lead.
About 3 minutes since a whistle was blown.
A lot of up and down action, not a lot of scoring.
Oh, boy.
I think, Kate, the score sheet will bear this out. Only 2 field goals in this quarter, both by Leominster.
That's correct. Right now, Keenan with a team high 4 points for Leominster, 4 of their 6, 2
Quick timeout there.
points from the field. I think Coach DiGeronimo just had something he wanted to chew on there for a second.
I'll be honest, it feels like almost like the college game there where you get the built-in media timeouts.
Hey.
We needed that one at the the under 4 about 3 minutes ago. The turnaround in the lane, it was Graham, tried to force up a shot, not able to get it off. Red Raider fans wanted a foul call they're not going to get. Down floor, it's Boulay. Keenan has it taken away by Graham, and in transition the other way. Final 80 seconds here of quarter number 1. Back top of the key. Comes the basketball, 3 away, does not go for Brito. Kelly the rebound, loose ball. Brito to the floor at the center circle. Marwa steps in, and they're going to call a held ball on a ball that was sort of loose rolling around between 2 players. With the alternate possession arrow favors Leominster.
I think somebody was about to get jumped on and jumped into there. Probably a good call by the officials.
And that's going to bring Shannon Smith back into the basketball game to spell Keenan. 1:05 to play here in quarter one, a 6-5 Leominster lead. Boulay runs the point, directing traffic. Goes left, Calderon swats it into the Red Raider bench. Coach Paul DiGeronimo is hot over on the sideline there, trying to fire up his players.
Give you an idea of his intensity. He was fired up from the back door, helping to coach the JV action.
Indeed he was. Another one gets swatted into the front row.
That coaching does not turn off.
It was great to get an opportunity to catch up with him. Feels like it's been almost a year since the last time we were together and really got a chance to talk to him.
To the month.
Yeah, almost to the day. 49.5 seconds left here in quarter number 1. Over the head, this is Boulay. 7 seconds to shoot on the possession. She kicks it to Kelly right. Kelly will pull up for the mid-range jumper from the right wing, and down it goes. Leominster's lead is 3 at 8-5. About a 2.5 second differential shot clock to game clock here. Final 24 seconds of quarter number 1. Hecker misses everything. Boulay the rebound. Shot clock is off the rest of the way in the quarter. Up floor, it's Marwa. Marwa drives to the foul line. Kick for Smith. Throws up the 3. Got the left rim, no. Run down the rebound, and everyone will let it go out of play. It's going to be Red Raider basketball with 9 9/10 left here in this first quarter. Graham will bounce it into the hands of Brito. Brito gets trapped in a triple team, gets tied up. The alternate possession will stay with Fitchburg. 6 4/10 left here in the first quarter. Is it just me, or is it a first quarter that seemingly will not end?
It's been a long, fruitful one with all the fouls, for
Just
sure.
because we've been making you talk the whole time.
No kidding. Brito takes it over half court. It gets poked away into our broadcast position here courtside, and that's the way quarter number 1 will close. A low-scoring defensive battle that is offensively been keyed by free throws. That's been quarter number 1. Leominster with the 8-5 lead, and the Red Raiders, Kate, correct me if I'm wrong, have still not hit a shot from the field.
That's correct. All free throws. They are 5 of 6 as a team, which is fantastic, but no baskets from the field.
And that, of course, is concerning if you are Coach Paul DiGeronimo and you're thinking you might end up in a track meet at this point in time. The good news is, if you're tracking it, and thinking, well, there's always that one speed bump quarter, that wasn't it. 8-5 is a 3-point differential. It's a competitive basketball game.
Well, Todd, you must have been reading my mind, because I'm thinking if they were worried about getting that stinker of a quarter out of the way, hopefully both teams did at the same time. So we'll have to see what kind of game we have going forward, but not for the lack of both teams playing hard, that's for sure. Just, we've seen a lot of action in the paint, a lot of fouls, on drives, good fouls, and but especially for Fitchburg, it's just been a lid on that basket.
Kate over there surrounded by the Red Raider faithful. I believe some of them will be playing tomorrow night in the at the Grutch.
All my new friends.
I was going to say, got a basketball game tomorrow night as well. Leominster and Fitchburg once again. Got it on the radio side, got it here on RFM, got it on Leominster TV.
High above courtside.
We will. Yeah, we got the Johnny Most seats all booked up at the hallway high above the Grutch tomorrow night. We're looking forward to it.
That's my kind of spot.
You wouldn't have liked the Johnny Most seats, Kate. They were on the front of the balcony, suspended in the air.
Was there a crowd around it?
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, I suppose there wasn't. We were hanging in midair.
So it's my kind of place.
Leominster starts with the shot away. That was Kelly's shot. Run down for a Boulay rebound. Inside it's Bello. Throws the shot up, catches glass, then front rim, but down in the hands of Calderon. And here comes Calderon, right to left, wearing the brick red tops, brick red bottoms, trimmed in gray. Fitchburg and Red Raiders across the chest. Graham from the right side of the arc sets up Santiago. Back to Graham.
Great extensive defense.
Indeed, and Smith gets in and gets tied up. And there's a technical foul that has been issued against Nevia Graham, who shoved the Blue Devil player as the play broke up. Coach DiGeronimo not going to be happy, but he's getting informed by his coaching staff that there was contact at the conclusion of the play. There was a held ball called. As the players unpiled, there was a shove that came from Graham as they came out of the pile. That's the technical foul that they have ruled.
Yeah, you just can't let that level of aggressiveness spill over into the game like that. Good tee, I think, just to get everything under control.
7:09 to play here in the second quarter. 8-5 is Leominster's lead. Coach Rusty Frederick has selected Nicole Kelly, the sophomore guard, to take the technical free throws. Kelly not able to hit the first. Second opportunity. And that one won't go either. So Leominster still, Kate, struggling from the free throw line in a free throw shooting contest.
2 of 8 as a team. Pittsburgh still 5 of 6. It's been the saving grace thus far.
Leominster will possess the basketball here after the technical free throws. Left to right go the Blue Devils, wearing those new Air Jordan white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue. Running Devils on the L on either side. Got the varsity numerals and Blue Devils framing in the numbers along the front of the uniform tops. Graham with full court pressure from the Leominster defense finds Smith. Smith, a comfortable point guard, slashes to the lane, drop it off for Hecker, takes it to the rim. That one misses off the back rim. Rolls through to Boulay, got stripped, but they said last touch by Boulay. Hecker in there battling for the rebound with the Red Raiders as well.
Once again, Fitchburg unable to find their way to get that ball through the hoop.
The natural ball handling skills of Smith are absolutely impressive. The senior.
Both hands, too.
Drives the lane into a double team, draws a foul, and Smith has got 2 shots coming from the line. 6:40 to play here in the second quarter. Leominster's lead is 8-5, and that's where we've been since back in quarter number 1.
That build against Kelly, her first, team 5th for Leominster.
And the first one will go for Smith, who shoots a little look at the Blue Devil student section, which has all of a sudden made their presence known.
I think there might be some friends down there, too. You know how close-knit these communities are.
And Smith goes 2 of 2 at the line, and it is 8-7. Leominster's lead is 1 once again. 6.5 to play here in the second quarter.
Smith 4 of 4 from the line tonight for the Red Raiders. Again, still nothing from the field for Fitchburg.
Fitchburg showing a 2-3 zone. Kelly gets loose from the top of the key. Shot from the right wing doesn't go. The rebound for Caldwell. She gets pushed on the rebounding action. Crowd wants a walk call, but to Caldwell's credit, she was able to keep the dribble all the way down to one knee and back up.
Calderon picks up her first. It'll be team 6th for Fitchburg.
6:20 to play here in the second. And the inbound from Caldwell gets knocked down by Graham. Caldwell will adjust her position. Thought about splitting the defense. Does go to Pompey. Inside out for a Marwa. 3 off the mark. Run down by Smith and into the hands of another Smith. It swings its way around for a shot from Forsberg for 3. Missed the mark. Foul on the rebounding action is a push called against Leominster, and the ball will go back to Fitchburg.
And after that technical foul, fouls now adding up on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, showing 6 all here in the building. Smith spins through Caldwell at the foul line, and Marwa steps in. Second defender takes the basketball. Marwa finds Forsberg, sets up a wide open 3, back rim, and then hits the basket support out of play, and the ball will go back to Fitchburg.
Nobody able to get in any kind of rhythm right now.
And Leominster is still stuck at 8, which was where they were at the conclusion of quarter 1, as we are now just under 2 minutes in to this second quarter. The drive down the lane, it's Graham, throws up a wild shot. She got fouled before the shot went up on the drive. So the foul's on the floor. It's the 7th against Leominster. Bonus the rest of the way for the Red Raiders till halftime. And Graham's got a 1+ opportunity here, Kate, and the Red Raiders have been money from the line.
They certainly have. 7 of 8 thus far.
Near automatic to this point.
And shooting the rest of the quarter now, they could really do some damage here.
Graham's first, a hard out, and the rebound down for Smith.
Graham had been 3 of 4 up until then, so 3 of 5 now is Graham. Again, still nothing from the field for Fitchburg.
Forsberg with the inside out. Turnaround, kick back Marwa.
Imagine a 1-point game in the middle of the second quarter and you've not hit from the field. Their defense has been excellent.
I was going to say, Coach Paul DiGeronimo will take that deal anytime. Marwa, baseline drive, fade away, 2 will fall.
A lot of patience right there offensively for the Blue Devils. Found Marwa on the baseline.
Just about 3 minutes into this second quarter, and Leominster has reached double digits. As Graham's shot is off the mark. Loose rebound rolls all the way out to the top of the key as Pompey falls on top of Calderon. And that will be a foul called against Leominster, and it will send Calderon to the line, the sophomore, shooting a 1+ opportunity.
That'll be Pompey's second, team 8th. First time to the line for Calderon on the evening for the Red Raiders.
Calderon at the line, sizes up this first opportunity. That one won't go, and all of a sudden the Red Raiders struggling from the line. Rebound bounces long, tie up, alternate possession belongs to the Red and Gray. And a timeout taken by Leominster head coach Rusty Frederick, his second here of the first half. 4:52 to play in the second quarter, a 10-7 Leominster lead. Feels tenuous at best, Bill Thomas, and you and I were here inside the building for the previous rivalry matchup back on January 28th between the two boys teams, and I gotta say, there might be a little more vitriol in the building tonight than there was back on the 28th.
I've said it numerous times tonight. I don't think I've ever seen a girls crowd much like this. Vocal, enthusiastic for both sides, evenly represented, which is great to see. And they're being treated to an interesting ball game. Not for lack of effort for both teams, but somebody's going to end up stepping up here. Hopefully and taking charge one side or the other. But, if you were to ask Coach DiGeronimo how he would feel about playing, a quarter and a half without making a field goal, he probably wish he had stayed in bed that day. But then to tell him that you're only 3 points behind, you'd say, well, I feel pretty good now.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's expecting his team to bust out, and he's got to feel good they're only 3 behind, not having the field goal, playing 8, 12. Over 11 minutes of basketball, no baskets.
And Kate, they have found their way in and out of basketball games throughout this year, have the Red Raiders, but when you have been in a situation where you lost 8 in a row and then needed a 24-8 fourth quarter against Acton Boxborough to even get to overtime earlier this week, you're battle-tested.
Battle-tested, I think, is probably apropos here. This is a team with a lot of grit who has persevered through a lot this season. This isn't a situation where they've been able to reload year after year, so a lot of grit on this team.
Graham gets the pass from Brito. The 3 does not go, and Pompey runs out with the rebound. 4.5 to play here in the second quarter, and up floor it's Caldwell. Caldwell goes cross court for Marwa. With the head fake, kick back for Pompey, bothered by Brito. Forsberg goes cross-court skip to an open Caldwell three. Splash! First three of the night either way, 13-7 Leominster's lead. Santiago drops it off for Smith. Strong kick finds Graham, steps to the right elbow. Shot does not go. Loose ball rebound. Pompey comes up with it. Pompey finds Forsberg. Open side of the left wing. The jumper doesn't go. Red Raiders tap that rebound and Leominster will keep it underneath their own offensive hoop.
One of the things you're seeing here, Todd, Leominster, I think, struggling on the offensive end in particular because Fitchburg, it's not about, grace or anything like that. They're not a fluid team. They are in your face at all times. And sometimes you can see when that proximity, essentially there's like a proximity breach at times for Leominster when they're on offense because you're going to have that red brick jersey in your face and it's not going to get away from you.
It's going to be a physical brand of basketball. To the near side, Caldwell gets another opportunity at three and banks that one home. Back-to-back three-pointers for Caldwell. It's 16-7. Leominster has opened up their lead a little bit.
Woken up the crowd at the same time.
Smith finds Graham. Graham drives the lane. Lay-in will not go. Hecker battles for the rebound, and it is tipped out loose through Caldwell. Finds Pompey in transition.
Still nothing from the field, though, for the Lady Red Raiders.
And Caldwell with the big fake and walk. The ball will go back to Fitchburg. A little too flagrant there, and Coach Paul DiGeronimo, taking on this possession, will spend a timeout. 3:12 to play here in the second quarter. 16-7 is Leominster's lead, and second timeout spent by the Red and Gray before halftime. And at this point, Kate, it's all about trying to find offense. And you look back to the meeting back on January 28th, game played up in Fitchburg at the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse. 5 first quarter points, 11 second quarter points for the Red Raiders. They had 16 points at halftime. You look at some of these numbers at the end of the game. Graham had 10, Aponte 7, Council 9, Smith 6. That's where the scoring has been, and if you look time and again across the different Red Raider players, that's where the scoring goes, and right now, they're all in a free throw contest.
And it's a very interesting point that you make, but up until those 2 Caldwell threes that just happened, Fitchburg was right in the middle of this ball game. So their defense stifling enough to keep Leominster at bay, not really able to have any offensive production. But when you have defense that's in your face, one of the things, if you are able to spread your offense and start making baskets from behind the three-point arc, able to spread your offense, you're not going to have too many people in your face when you're behind the three-point arc.
Go back to mutual opponents here. Algonquin, both teams have played in the last couple of weeks. Fitchburg scored 39 in a 55-39 loss at home to Algonquin. Leominster only allowed 39 at Algonquin earlier this week, but lost 39-24. And it's Smith who bombs away a three and buries it. Hits the first Red Raider three-pointer from the field, first basket from the field, and does so with authority.
If Coach DiGeronimo is going to employ anybody to shoot, that's who we want shooting the ball. Consistently the high scorer week in and week out.
High-lie sling inside Nevard. Gets tied up in a double team. It is an alternate possession. The ball will belong to Leominster.
Bill Thomas, you talk about her high scoring. Smith right now with a team high 7 of the 10 Red Raider points. The other 3 belong to Graham.
Caldwell for Pompey in the open left corner. Goes back top of the key for Keenan. Keenan bounced the entry pass, find Nevart. Underhand, Caldwell. Line drive 3, does not go. Caldwell almost outraces everybody for the rebound. She throws on the brakes when the ball is obviously across the baseline.
When you talk about Graham and Smith, Kate, they've been consistently the 2 high scorers, but they can't do it by themselves.
You're absolutely right about that.
And there is a whistle on an official's timeout at the 2:24 mark here of the second quarter.
Did you ask for timeout?
I certainly did. I was going to say, everybody looking, it may have been a shot clock correction. There's now 26 seconds on the shot clock, 2:23 to play here in the second. So the Red Raiders will now carry the ball up half court. Smith Changes places with Graham. Graham goes for Hecker in the left wing. Hecker working on Bello, dribbles around, gets the shot up, around it, down it goes, plus a foul on Bello.
Finally got one to fall.
On back-to-back possessions, the Red Raiders hang 5 points, plus an attempt for 3 the old-fashioned way for Hecker, and could close this basketball game to 1 possession once again.
And Leominster beginning to get into foul trouble on top of it.
Indeed. Hecker can't get that free throw to fall. Battle for the rebound. Pompey touched it and then tapped it out of play. Red Raiders are going to get the ball back. A 2-for-1 opportunity.
Red Raiders have scored in back-to-back possessions. We'll have to see if they can keep that streak going.
2:09 to play in the second quarter. Leominster's lead is a tenuous 16-12. Santiago gets run back to the table by Coach DiGeronimo. She is going to spell Smith, who's going to talk to Coach DiGeronimo over on the bench.
He's going to need her in the stretch in the second half.
Bounce entry, swings to the corner, finds its way left side of the arc. Graham steps up, jumper in the left wing, and down it goes. A 2-point basketball game as we go under 2 minutes until halftime. It's 16-14, Leominster's lead. And then Leominster walks with it, and the ball will go back to Fitchburg. A potential 3-for-1 opportunity here.
Whatever the magic words, Coach DiGeronimo had 3 straight possessions the Red Raiders have scored.
This is the situation. A made basket here may force Coach Rusty Frederick to spend his 3rd time out of the first half. Loose basketball to the floor. Leominster defense comes up with it, and then Keenan in transition gets knocked down by Calderon. 1:44 to play in the second quarter. That'll be the 7th foul billed against the Red Raiders, and will be a bonus opportunity for Leominster the rest of the way.
Todd, most importantly, the 3rd against Graham because of the technical foul.
And that certainly is going to add up, and it's going to force Coach DiGeronimo to bring Graham to the bench. He'll send Natasha Brito, the senior, back into the game, and all of a sudden the Red Raiders lineup out on the floor gets a little smaller. Hecker represents the taller, more physical player in the lineup.
And Graham, one of the primary ball handlers besides Smith also.
Keenan can't get the first to go, gets knocked over on the rebound, no call. Brito to the floor with the loose ball, waits to get tied up. The alternate possession will belong to the red and gray.
Leominster really still struggling from the line. 0 of 3 in the second quarter.
98 seconds until halftime, and Leominster with that full court pressure. Brito handling the basketball with both Smith and Graham sitting out for Fitchburg. Brito bounces it back for Santiago. Santiago changes places on a screen. Screen back kick, 13 to shoot on the possession. Final 1:18 of the second.
No real ball handler out there for Fitchburg, and it shows.
Swing around, Aponte launches up a 3. It's long on the mark. Brito the rebound, didn't get the rim. 1 second to shoot, and that'll be a shot clock violation, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
You can see not having a familiar face out there to handle the ball showed right up on that possession for the Red Raiders.
And here comes Caldwell, down floor for Leominster as we go under a minute to play until halftime. Keenan fires up the long 2, and down it will rattle. Leominster's lead is quickly once again 4 at 18-14. Bounce into the lane as Aponte finds Hecker, and it's a walk called, and the ball will go back to Leominster. 45 and 9/10 left before halftime.
Fitchburg fans adamant over here, offering their glasses to the official.
They saw something a little different. Marwa throws up a 3. Caldwell tries to keep it alive. It's out of play, and the ball back to Fitchburg.
How did she not hurt herself doing that?
She got bent in an awkward angle, Kate, for certain.
The human body is not supposed to maneuver in that particular fenestration.
I would agree.
At least at my age, it doesn't.
Coach Frederick will pressure the basketball. Smith is back in the game to handle. 30 seconds until halftime. Bounces it to the left. Finds Hecker, who pulls up for the jumper and good. 2-point basketball game once again at 18-16.
Hecker with a quick 4 points in this quarter to help the scoring.
Once the Red Raiders ripped the Band-Aid, all of a sudden the points have started to flow in the waning 3 minutes here of the second quarter. Baseline drive, Keenan, kick back, Pompey, 3 doesn't go. Battle for the rebound is a tie-up. Alternate possession will belong to Leominster. 4 4/10 left before halftime.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Red Raiders have scored more points in the last 4 minutes than they scored in the first 12 minutes of the first quarter and a half. And
I would agree with you.
definitely found their way to the hoop.
Kelly wide open for a 3. Line drive doesn't go. Tapped rebound. Leominster will keep 4/10 of a second before halftime. That is enough time for a catch and shoot. The sub does not make it to the table in time. Forsberg will take the shot at the buzzer, and it will not fall. Halftime here from the gym at Leominster High School, and a dandy of a first half of action. Leominster 18 and Fitchburg 16.
Well, I have to tell you, Todd and Kate, the game certainly turned around in the latter half of that second quarter. And but I've been saying the entire game, not for a lack of energy, but I got to tell you, the girls found their way to the basket. Both teams did. Really picked up the intensity, and we're seeing the difference on the score sheet and what we're hearing from the crowd.
Indeed we are. The intensity continues. 9:44 of our halftime remains. We're going to step aside. About 10 minutes from now, we got second half action for you. It's Leominster 18 and Fitchburg 16 at the half here on RFM and Leominster TV. As halftime continues, Kate will have her first half recap, bring you all the stats through half number 1, plus our mid-game adjustments. You stay right here. Stay with us. Second half action up in a moment right here. This is RFM.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Thursday night, part of a twin bill week. Yes, we could borrow it from the worldwide leader. We'll just say it. It's rivalry week here on RFM, and it's great to have you along with us, along with our partners at Leominster TV in delay as well. Great to have you along with us on this 18-16 Leominster lead at the half. And Kate, it's been a half marked by a lot of free throw shooting in quarter number 1, a very quiet Red Raider team from the field. Leominster, of course, able to pace themselves a little bit offensively while struggling at the free throw line. And then Leominster all of a sudden evaporated opportunities in that first half. And it's led to a Red Raider comeback when they started hitting the ball from the field and a 2-point basketball game at the half.
You're absolutely right. It was only a matter of time before eventually the basket would open for the Red Raiders. And unfortunately, as the stats will bear out, Leominster leaving quite a few points left out there unattained. So let's take a look at those stats right now. Team totals first, of course, the 2-point deficit is the obvious one for the Red Raiders. But let's take a look at team totals. As a team, 7 of 11 from the line are the Red Raiders, 13 rebounds, 1 steal, 12 turnovers. Individual notable statistics for the Red Raiders thus far on the night. Graham right now with 5 points. She was 3 of 5 from the line. She does have 3 fouls, however, because of that technical foul. Smith right now with a team-high 7 points, 4 of 4 from the line is Smith. And then Hecker with a very quick 4 points in the second quarter for the Red Raiders. And those are the 3 people right now contributing to the scoring sheet. If we take a look now at the Blue Devils side of things, as a team, 19 rebounds, 1 steal, 11 turnovers. But here's the note: 2 of 9 as a team from the line, leaving quite a few points there on the table. Individual notable statistics for the Blue Devils: Caldwell with a team-high 6 points, Marwal with 2, Keenan also with a team-high 6 points, Kelly with 4. And like we said, a lot of points being left on the table right now. It's just a 2-point lead for Leominster, and we knew eventually Fitchburg was going to start scoring a little bit more readily. They were going to start scoring from the field, and right now, because Leominster not able to capitalize on their opportunities from the line, Fitchburg very much able to capitalize on their opportunities from the line. we have a very, very close basketball game at the half.
Of course, to leave yourself wondering, that statewide mask mandate, Kate, not lifted until February 28th. Is it February 28th yet? I'm not entirely certain. As we get closer and closer and closer, Bill Thomas, you're at least eating something, while they're on the air or not. Our halftime score, it's Leominster 18 and Fitchburg 16 through one half here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Both teams have re-emerged back from the locker room area to warm up for second half action. As we remind you, this is of course the first of two rivalry games. Second one comes your way tomorrow night on the home and home. To the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg, we all go. It's Leominster and Fitchburg boys basketball action. That's tomorrow night, February the 11th. 6:35 is the countdown to tip-off exclusively on the K-Zone. That's AM 1280 and 105.3 FM and WPKZstream.com. Stream here at RFM will begin by 6:45, and we'll have that action for you with a 7 o'clock tip to follow, all live right here, facebook.com/media rivalry. For your rivalry basketball action tomorrow night with Leominster and Fitchburg boys, looking to revisit that overtime action, Kate, from just a couple weeks ago.
What a game that was.
Oh, yes,
Even
it was.
all the way from our house. So what a game that was. Bill Thomas and I are road warriors tomorrow, he and I.
Indeed, indeed
Now
you
we
are.
wait for the talent to show up.
I'll do my level best to get there. You want the action? Facebook.com/media rivalry for the live action. Games available on demand. The archive going all the way back to the founding of RFM a handful of years ago. tinyurl.com/media rivalry. Or it's youtube.com. Search Rivalry Family Media in all cases. Like, follow, subscribe today. When the content goes up, you get notified on your smart-enabled device. As second half action begins, Leominster will go right to left here in half number 2. Keenan fires up a shot that does not go after the Red Raiders were dry on their first offensive possession. We're still at 18-16, about 25 seconds into this third quarter. Smith launches a three, got side rim, and Nevard got the rebound.
Smith is the one out there. It's between Smith and Graham. They're going to be the ones to carry this Red Raider team across the threshold. So they're going to need to have a big half.
Kick back top of the key, Forsberg finds Nevard, and then it's Pompey. And they play catch along the outside. Forsberg decides to go to Caldwell in the corner. And Caldwell will take it back top of the key, 7 to shoot. Forsberg gets set up for the three and buries it.
Good patience right there. Blue Devils showing some outside offense, passing the ball around, getting comfortable with the shot and hitting it.
Smith takes the drive right to the lane, and that one won't fall. A tap fest for the rebound. Pompey pulls it down. Up floor, it's Keenan by Graham, and Keenan will finish at the rim. And Leominster opens on a 5-0 run. 6:35 to play here in the third.
Billy Thomas, that's a team-high 8 points now for Keenan.
Nice job right there. Good to see somebody stepping up.
Back and forth goes the basketball. Feed this one into the post. Hecker fakes inside, goes back out. Turnaround shot, gets fouled, and Hecker's got 2 coming from the line.
You know, we talked about where Fitchburg was going to find some scoring besides Graham and Smith, and Hecker's found a way to get her name on the score sheet. Found a way to 4 points there in that second quarter. Got a chance to add to that right now.
Certainly has. Nevard picks up her second team first for the Blue Devils in the second half.
And Hecker gets the first one to go and gets the Red Raiders on the board in the second half. Now an opening 5-1 run for Leominster.
Fitchburg continuing their prolific work from the free throw line. It's what kept them in that first half and looks to be what's going to keep them in this second half in the early going as well.
Hecker's second opportunity, got the front rim, tap for the rebound, is slapped back in by Santiago, but into the hands of Pompey, and here comes Leominster in transition. It's Pompey, kick for Caldwell, that's a long 2, got the back of the rim, Brito pulls it down aggressively to the ground, and she walked with it. She took herself right off her feet, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, it didn't have to be that aggressive. Nobody was holding on to her, but she was anticipating the grab. Never came.
Keenan getting swarmed by Smith. Able to get rid of the basketball for Forsberg. Into the post, Bello from a hard angle underneath the hoop. Missed everything. Smith's got the basketball in transition. Smith working on Caldwell. Spins to the lane. Tapped back out to Brito. Brito fakes the give. Takes to the lane. Lays it in and good.
Nice drive right there by Brito.
23-19 goes our score. 5:40 to play here in the
And
third.
it breaks the ice early in the field goal column here
Yes.
for the second half for the Red Raiders.
Also breaks onto the stat sheet in the offensive category for Brito.
This is Caldwell, sets up a Keenan three. Line drive, misses everything. Caldwell tried to tap, realized she was out of play. Let Santiago take the rebound, finds Smith in transition. Smith hands off for Graham, playing with 3 fouls out there on the floor. Smith looks for the bounce entry, missed the Hecker pass. It got deflected back out to the top of the key to Graham. Graham to the lane, driving kick. Brito, scoop shot, up off glass. Bello, position for the rebound.
Great scoop shot attempt, though.
Indeed it was. Keenan gets the up floor from Fitchburg, does not go. Rebound down for Pompey. Another opportunity at it. Pompey caught with Smith all over. Got to go back to the top of the key. Lemonster with an almost full shot clock. Keenan will throw up a 3. That rims out, and Hecker's got an uncontested rebound on the left block. 23-19, Lemonster's lead, 4.5 to play here in the third frame. This one, loose to the floor. Pompey goes after it. Pompey will find Bello, and Bello will bring the ball up in transition. She'll find Caldwell. Corner of Keenan 3. Launches and delivers.
She's going to keep trying. Team high 11 points now for Keenan.
Streak shooter, you just keep feeding them. Good things will happen.
An unorthodox shooting style from behind the arc as well.
Indeed.
I don't want to call it adorable, but I'm gonna.
As we
Just
reach
did.
the halfway part here of quarter number 3. Into the lane, it's Graham. Into the double team for Santiago. Kept alive at the baseline. Nobody goes after the ball wearing blue and white, so the red and gray get it. Santiago throws up a shot. The shot clock horn sounds, and there is a foul called on the baseline.
Wow.
It's a shooting foul called against Lemonster, and Gianexis Santiago's got 2 shots at the line.
That was a bailout if I've ever seen it, but hey, a foul's a foul.
Most
no matter.
importantly, however, friends, that's Pompey's third.
Yeah.
Team's second.
That's
for
with the
Lemonster.
benefit,
She's
by the
been
way,
all-
of Forsberg getting billed for a
Agreed.
foul in the first quarter.
Agreed.
And she's been all over the court here in the second half already, making her presence known. She's got to take a seat.
Santiago missed the first. 3:49 to play here in the third.
Actually, it looks like Caldwell's going to play with those. No, Caldwell just took a seat. Looks like Pompey's going to play with those 3 fouls.
She is staying in the game. Graham, meanwhile, just checked back out. Second free throw goes for Santiago. 6-point basketball game. Up floor, Smith tried to jump the lane. It found its way to Pompey. Smith scrambles back into the play. Cross court, through the hands of Keenan and into the Lemonster bench. Out of play.
Right through the wickets.
Indeed.
Almost like a football player taking his hands off the ball, trying to make that play before he has the ball secured.
Down floor. This is Smith. Smith gets it right back from Calderon. Goes for Santiago. Santiago tries to possess. She will keep it, but she's out at the half circle with 13 to shoot. Calderon wards off the defense, and then Kelly collides with Smith, and the whistle sounds.
Trying to take that aggressiveness away from the Blue Devils there, playing good extended defense. Ended up getting called for a little ticky-tack foul out in the half court.
Kelly picks up her second, team third of the second
Don't
half.
often, Bill Thomas, disagree with you, but a full-on shoulder shiver, no, that's a foul
Yeah.
call. In the Big East, it's not, but everywhere else, that's a foul
It might
call.
be in the Big East
They were
today.
both going for the ball.
Very true. 3:05 to play here in the third. Graham will throw up a 3 that's off the mark, and the rebound comes down for Boulay.
You're thinking classic Big East.
Hey, is there any other Big East that matters?
I didn't even know
Nice
the Big East
steal
still
by
existed.
Graham.
Graham will jump the lane, take it all the way to the basket and lay it in and good.
Nice
Beautiful
job.
play from end to end by Graham there. She sniped that right off the bat.
26-22, Lemonster with the lead. The cross-court, Forsberg finds Boulay. Has trouble handling it, but does re-corral.
Not gonna lie to you, the French fries over here smell amazing.
Into the lane, Pompey's shot will not go. Bellows rebound. Kick back out for Forsberg. 3 away, and 3 will fall.
We've got the vapors over here.
29-22, 2:20 to play in the third quarter.
Sorry.
Forsberg with a 2-hand set shot there, a la Bob Cousy.
Indeed. Smith swings for Graham. Graham bounces it for Hecker. Ends up finding its way through Calderon and back to the top of the key for Smith, working on Kelly. Smith kicks Calderon. Creates a three in the left corner for herself. Does not go. The rebound down for Forsberg. She hits Bellows in stride.
Caught Bello off guard
had
there.
to throw
Lucky
on the
she didn't
break.
travel. Did a good job getting under control.
Inside Boulay. Finds Pompey.
Nice bounce.
Yeah, nice job by Bellows. Step around jumper. Doesn't go.
Good look, though. Good look. Keep that up.
Final 96 seconds here of the third quarter. Into the corner. This is Graham for Hecker. Turnaround shot doesn't fall, but Hecker runs down her own rebound on the left. Resets Graham for a three. Front rim, that doesn't go. Hecker's got another rebound. She'll throw that one up, and it will not go. And Bellows got the rebound after a third shot attempt by the Red Raiders on that possession.
Controlling the offensive boards, but unable to convert.
Fitchburg able to play aggressively on both ends and doing so without any fouls thus far in the third quarter.
62 seconds left here in the third. The drive, the hard bounce. Kelly will catch the foot there of Aponte. Out of play goes the basketball. Reset the shot clock to 10 seconds. 59 flat left here in the third quarter. Coach DiGeronimo is shifting personnel out on the floor. Hecker and Aponte will check out. Boulay tries to feed the corner. Calderon slaps it back down. Takes about a full second off the clock. Now here's Boulay. Inbounds for Kelly. To Boulay, who steps inbounds. Now to Kelly, back top of the key. Comes to Forsberg. Back for Smith. Now back for Kelly as Leominster plays catch at the arc. This is Kelly. Throw it back to Boulay with an expiring shot clock. And that was short of the mark. Missed everything, and a shot clock violation. Back to Fitchburg. 7-point basketball game at 29-22. 42 and 1/10 left here in the third.
Long five there.
Indeed, but inbounds it goes.
Read my mind, Kate.
Here comes Smith from left to right into the front court. Smith stops at the top of the key, but a 10-second differential shot clock and game clock, and Smith is trapped without a dribble. She will find Brito, and then Brito walked with it. She got an open lane to the basket and skidded on the takeoff. And Hecker is going to check in. A little offense for defense, defense for offense maneuver here for Coach Paul DiGeronimo. Shot clock is off, 26 and 6/10 left here in the third quarter.
I think he's got to protect Graham here. He doesn't
Agreed.
want to picking up a foul here, or a fourth foul with time winding
She's
down in
bounced
third.
back with her composure after that technical foul and done some masterful things for this team in the third quarter.
Forsberg gets an open three from the left side and delivers. 10-point lead for Leominster, their largest of the night at 32-22.
Forsberg 3 threes in the third quarter.
And 3 very important threes at that, as Kelly will run down the loose ball and dribble out the waning seconds of the third. And that is how the third quarter will close. 3 down here at the gym at Leominster High School. Leominster with a 32-22 lead over Fitchburg.
And I tell you, I looked up at the scoreboard, Todd and Kat. I don't know where that 10-point lead came from. It seems like it's been back and forth, but Blue Devils found a way to convert a couple of possessions there at the end. A couple of timely three-pointers really expanded that lead as time wound down.
Well, and Kate just made a great point. 9 of those 10 points, we can directly look at the third quarter and look at Kyra Forsberg, the sophomore, who's been right there. She's been in and out of the starting lineup for Leominster. She's delivered at points. She's disappeared at others. But this is one of those nights where she certainly made her presence be known here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, and we wondered who was going to step up, and she's decided to, grab the horse by the reins here and not afraid to take that shot from the outside. And, you gain a little confidence. 1 leads to 2, 2 leads to 3. And, she's got 3 already, and we'll have to see if she keeps chucking them up here in the fourth quarter.
All 9 of her points coming in the third quarter as well for Forsberg.
That's an important note as well.
That's why I make them.
Also, Kate, we cannot miss also the mark here where Fitchburg has at least produced a more balanced offensive look, hitting baskets from the field.
No, you're absolutely right about that. In that third quarter, they did have 2 baskets from the field. Right now, they're needing to generate a little bit more offense. They've diversified just a bit. They now have points from Hecker and Santiago and Brito, in addition to their usual high scorers of Graham and Smith, who are essentially the only ones on the offensive stats sheet in the first half. It's just it's good job diversifying. You're just not seeing enough coming from any one person.
Game 2 of the rivalry doubleheader this week, tomorrow night, Friday, February the 11th. We got it for you here the world over. Facebook.com/Media Rivalry via Facebook Live here on RFM. In replay with our partners at Leominster TV and live on the radio on the K-Zone, AM 1280 and 105.3 FM and WPKZ stream. That coverage begins at 6:35 tomorrow night as Nivard gets the entry on the low block and a pretty pirouette lays it in good.
And I tell you, there's no harder worker in the lane that doesn't get the results, but continues to try as hard as she can. Great to see her make one.
Nivard steps around Boulay and attacks the basketball, tapping it out of play.
Speak of the devil.
She wanted a little 2-for-1 in her own right.
All of a sudden, she woke up here to start this fourth quarter, trying to earn some extra playing time.
Hecker is going to handle the inbound on the offensive baseline. She's going to go all the way to the top of the key. It got tipped by Kelly. Now it's a race for the basketball. Kelly will run it down and corral it and then get horse-collared and taken to the floor. Officials will step in between the players.
That's all right, everybody got up. Well, I think the officials overreacted a little bit.
Maybe a little bit there.
But, being proactive. But once again, that's the basis for this rivalry is you never know.
Bill Thomas, importantly, though, that's the third foul for Smith. That might be team first for Fitchburg in the second half, but it's number 3 for Smith. 2
key ball handlers, both playing with 3 right now for the Red Raiders.
Graham and Smith. 7.5 to play in the fourth quarter, 34-22 Leominster's lead. The only thing we can say is with both Graham and Smith on the bench to close the first half, the Red Raiders offense looked a little better from the field as Nivard drives the lane and bangs that one off the glass for 2 more. And now the pressure. Kelly tried to split a double team. That's not going to work. Foul called on Kelly. 7:06 to play in the fourth quarter.
Youthful exuberance.
Indeed, and Coach Paul DiGeronimo spends the timeout.
Only way to explain that foul right there, but hey, she's playing hard.
Indeed she is. 7:06 to play in the fourth. 36-22 Leominster's lead. Coach DiGeronimo spends the timeout.
I think we expected a little more from Fitchburg Todd K, especially the way they woke up in the last 4 minutes of that second quarter. Didn't quite show it there.
And the inbound is taken away by Boulay, and then there's a foul on the subsequent action.
That was a bear hug.
Indeed. 7:04 to play here in the fourth. Leominster's got the basketball back, and Smith got a quick break with the timeout. And she's right back into the basketball game.
Foul on Brito, team second of the second half. It's Brito's first.
I say Coach G knows he needs both his ball handlers in the game.
Up floor, this is Boulay. Comes left for an open Forsberg. 3 away, front rim no. Chase down the rebound. Kelly tried to keep it alive on the baseline. Cannot do it. And now Coach Rusty Frederick with a full line change here.
Don't see that very often. It's like a hockey game broke out.
I was going to say, a la Herb Brooks here, short shifts the rest of the way. 6:54 to play here in the fourth.
You and your Olympics.
I love that 1980 Miracle game. I was still 5 years from being an idea.
I was going to say, you didn't see that game, did you, Todd?
I've seen it plenty in replay, Bill Thomas.
In replay. I got to live it.
Inside feed. The kick back out at Smith. And Smith will step back with 10 to shoot. She will go left for Calderon. Marwa tips it back to the baseline. Kept alive by Graham. 4 to shoot. To Hecker with 2 to shoot. Hecker throws up a shot. Missed everything. And there was a tap back there by Aponte, but it was too late when it caught the rim. Shot clock violation. Ball to Leominster. 36-22. I'm sorry, Kate, go ahead.
Pleading his case over there.
Looking for a foul call. Keenan fires up a 3. And there is a 3 in the key call at the 6:13 mark of the fourth quarter.
I didn't think they called that at this level.
Oh, they do, Bill Thomas. and it rears its head at strange times.
That's my whole point. It's like the official was bored. Let's throw something else out there tonight. Haven't called one of those yet.
I'm willing to bet, if I go back and look at it,
I bet it was in a week.
It was either a point of emphasis or I'm betting it was obvious. 6:05 to play here in the fourth as Smith drives the lane and right into Bello. Bello pleading her case that she had set her feet. The problem is she was backpedaling when she did it. She absorbed the contact from Smith and kept moving. That's a block call, and Smith's got 2 at the line.
You don't think she'll get the official to change his mind?
I don't.
They still
think
beg.
so.
They beg and plead.
I was going to say.
Looking for the next call.
That one will go for Smith, the first.
8 points for Smith in the game. Quiet in the third quarter. No points for her in the third quarter. Playing with 3 fouls is Smith.
Had to take her foot off the gas just a little bit. Second one rattles down, 36-24. Smith waits at the circle. Caldwell finds Pompey. Out to Marwa. Shot is short. Aponte the rebound. Feeds Smith. Smith steps on the gas into a double team. Kicks it back out. Aponte corrals a tapped ball. Ends up feeding it for Smith. 5:45 to play in the fourth. Smith says fire away. That one is short of the mark. Hecker tries to keep it alive on the baseline, but it's out of play and the ball back to Leominster.
That was an NBA 3 attempt by Smith there. She was feeling it. She had the look, that's for sure.
I was going to say, it looked mechanically beautiful. Up floor, that one got tapped along. It was over the head of Marwa, but kept alive by Fitchburg. Now Caldwell with the takeaway. Kept it alive, but out of play. Leominster will keep the basketball.
Over the end line. Great effort, though. Great effort.
Tough, certainly, angle for us to be able to see from our broadcast position.
Oh, Blue Devils ball.
Just
yeah,
imagine it.
that's the part that's hard to tell. She was the first person there, and now
must have been out of bounds before she touched it. I bet it bounced on the end line.
A very long 3, Bill Thomas, and a timeout spent by Coach Rusty Frederick. 5:28 to play here in the fourth quarter. A 36-24 Leominster lead.
Tell you, Leominster's built this lead, and now they've done a good job managing it here the first 2.5 minutes. Even expanded on it a little bit.
And right now, the question is for Fitchburg, can they mount another run here? And I think it's been a consistency issue. It's a consistency of point production that just seems to be lacking right now for the Red Raiders on the offensive end of things.
Well, if they're going to have a run, it's got to come from either Graham or Smith. Heckler's had a game, but really no help from the rest of the Red Raiders on the offensive side. They're playing great team defense, but just finding a way to score on the offensive end has been trouble for the Red Raiders tonight.
The 5.5-minute mark here of the fourth quarter, and Leominster's 36-24 lead. Alternate possession arrow would favor Leominster on a tie-up. Fouls 5-2. Just 2 called against the Red Raiders to 5 called against Leominster here in the second half. So fouls to give in both directions.
Smith looking a little beat up there on the hip. She's been grimacing quite a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe some contact. She's tied up with Marwa now, and on the inbound. She immediately wanted to challenge the basketball, working on Keenan. Keenan goes over to top Pompey. Had it tapped down by Aponte, but it made it to Marwa. Marwa for Keenan, underhands for Caldwell. Entry pass into a double team. That's not going to work. Tapped back along by the Red Raiders, and Smith chases down the loose ball. And then a palming call there as Smith got under the basketball, picked it all the way up. She knew it. She just dropped the ball to the official.
Got a little careless there in the dribble. She's a confident ball handler. Just a little backyard action right there. Can't get away with that.
3 from the corner is short, and Graham runs down the rebound. Under 5 minutes to play here in regulation. And a line change coming up for Leominster at the next whistle.
I love it.
Hecker for Graham, long 2. Catches a lot of rim, and yes, it does, Kate.
4 bounces later, falls
9
through.
9 points now for Graham. That's a team high tie with Smith. They both have 9.
And a 10-point basketball game. Pompey runs the lane right by the Red Raider defense and responds with 2 of her own.
Nice little 5-foot bunny right there on the run. Not as easy as it looks.
Aponte tries to respond, cannot do it. Rebound for Pompey. Back up floor, in transition. This is Keenan. High off glass won't go. Keenan's second opportunity doesn't go. Bellows follow shot, makes it over the rim and will go down.
Bellows using her height there, controlling the offensive board for a nice putback. Kept the ball up where nobody could grab it on her.
First
the way to do it.
for Bello.
Halfway through this fourth quarter, and it's a 40-26 Leominster lead. Caldwell with the steal. Feeds Pompey for a long 2, and down that one will go.
Nice little exchange right there. Blue Devils taking advantage of that turnover, converting it into points.
And forces Coach Paul DiGeronimo to have to spend the timeout at the 3:47 mark of the fourth quarter. A 42-26 Leominster lead.
Quick 10 points that came up here for Leominster, courtesy of Pompey, Nevard, and Bello.
Coming up post-game here in our courtside broadcast position, it's senior night here at the gym at Leominster High School.
Todd
Leominster
gets to
will
work over.
recognize, I was going to say, Leominster gets to recognize their senior class. Ava McDonald will be recognized tonight along with others. So that is coming up post-game as well. MIAA policy requires the post-game senior night.
Yes.
That is why senior night will occur at the conclusion of this one, when it traditionally has always been held prior to the
Do
basketball
we have
game
to
as well.
clear the gym first before they
I'm
have
sure they
this?
will.
It's an excellent question. You know, I don't know how far that policy goes.
Well, let's just go back to the way everybody used to do it.
I need to break the fourth wall for a moment, and I apologize. Do you know where my purse is?
I do. I do.
We
as a
sold,
matter
we
of fact.
sold it. We
He
got
moved-
good money
oh,
for
you
it,
moved
too.
it.
It's right
Okay.
here. Yes, I did.
All the
Okay.
contents
My
and
apologies,
everything.
everyone.
No.
I had a panic attack. I needed to break the fourth wall. Sorry, all.
It's all good, Kate. We're looking out for
Entirely
you.
unprofessional of me, but I apologize.
At least she asked. You
You
know?
waited 4 quarters to ask.
I was going to say. I thought it matched my outfit nicely. That's why I kept it over here on the near side. As there's a grab on the inbound. 3:42 to play here in the fourth. 42-26 Leominster's lead.
You both take such good care of me. I appreciate it.
Looking out for you, Kate.
Smith
Always.
for Leominster picks up her second team, 6th of the second half for Leominster.
Graham's got the inbound. Leominster pressuring the basketball.
My mother's going to be absolutely mortified. It took you 4 quarters? What are you thinking?
Sorry, Kate. Put you out there.
So it goes.
I'm grounded.
That's
That's happening.
Finally, 18 seconds to shoot as Graham steps through. Shot is too high. Drew a block, though, and Graham's got 2 coming from the
And
line.
they'll put Fitchburg into the bonus. That'll be foul number 7.
I believe they put this one on Shannon Smith.
Again, yes. So this is her third, team 7th of the second half.
A lot of Blue Devils playing
Graham,
with
3 of 5.
A lot of Blue Devils playing with 3 fouls right now, Kate. Multiple players.
Kelly, Smith, and Pompey all with 3. Bill Thomas, well done.
That
And
first
on
one.
Fitchburg's side, Graham and Smith of Fitchburg, both with 3.
Graham's been playing with that 3 for a while, since the second quarter, I think.
You got it.
Or since she picked up that tee, possibly.
Graham's second will go down. 42-27, 3:28 to play here in the fourth. Add this one to the list of things that an observant broadcaster sees. We've got a throwback Washington Bullets jersey in the crowd
I saw
tonight.
that over in the corner.
And it's Minute,
Nice.
Minute Bowl, Bill
Yeah,
Thomas.
I
Minute
saw
Bowl.
that. I saw it.
Believe
Love it.
son playing college basketball at Georgetown, I believe, right now. Oh, give and go, Forsberg inside. Loose ball to the floor. And Coach Rusty Frederick
Good
will
timing.
bail his team out with a timeout. Had him to give. 42-27 Leominster's lead. Smith got to the loose ball, but was very much in no man's land out on the floor, caught between a whole number of bodies.
Leominster now with 1 timeout remaining.
Fitchburg with that same. 7 fouls called on Leominster means that Fitchburg has got bonus the rest of the way. Only 2 fouls called on Fitchburg to this point, which means Fitchburg has 5 fouls to give before they got to surrender free throws.
It's going to be a long quarter. That's what that means. That's all that tells me.
Foul to extend the game is certainly a possibility at
It
this
just
point
means
in time.
Buckle up, everybody. Buckle up. The longest 3 minutes and 12 seconds of your life.
Is potentially
On
on
deck.
its
Well,
merry
the
way.
officials could turn it into that for sure.
Well, Thomas, how are you missing this display of athleticism over here on the basket?
I was
I
going to
was showing
say,
him a new bowl
future Blue Devils to come
He
over
just hit
here
2 of 2.
from the line.
to the
No, from beyond the line.
I was going to say, and to the delight of the crowd on this end of the floor
entire
as well.
cheering side. I love it.
Absolutely.
All right, live action, Bill Thomas. Pan
I
left,
got you.
pan left.
Back to action we go.
I don't want to do it too quick. I'll make the viewers dizzy.
Indeed. Kick back top of the key, Boulay. Finds Forsberg. Forsberg comes to Kelly, caught in a double team of Graham. Kelly dribbles it out of trouble, 3 to shoot. Forsberg's 3, got rim and a reset, but Graham got herself the rebound.
She is scrappy on those boards.
Got the body position there.
And she's got that don't mess with me attitude.
Indeed, as Graham throws up
There
a
it is.
3 and buries it in response.
Not enough of that for Fitchburg tonight from her.
12-point basketball game.
Got 13 points on the night.
2:35 to go here in the fourth, and a lot of that, Kate, was from the line early in the first quarter. The near side. The jumper does not go for Nevard. Smith's got herself the rebound. And now Smith will try the right side of the floor. She'll find Graham. Graham throws up a 3, got the side of the backboard. And Nevard got the rebound.
I think Neva thought it was going to be an out-of-bounds play. She looked over at the official. Play on, he said, play on.
Now remember, the backboard hangs in play. So if you hit the backboard in any way, shape, or form that's inbounds, you hit the top of the backboard, you're going to get the support, and that is out of play. Substitutions in all directions. Traffic aplenty over at the official table. Under the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Leominster's lead is 12 at 42-30.
I want Ava McDonald to come in.
I was going to say, an opportunity to at least be on the floor at the closing moments of this one.
She's not in uniform. Should.
Turnaround, this one will not go for Smith. She thought she was fouled, but the ball comes right back down floor. This is Boulay. Boulay has it tapped away by Graham. Loose ball run down by Aponte. And Nevard will tap it out of play, but the ball will go back to Fitchburg. 96 seconds left in regulation.
Good hustle by Isabel there.
Graham to half court finds Aponte. Aponte goes cross court to the elbow. It's Hecker. Hecker allows body position to open up as Nevard goes left. Hecker then goes opposite left, drives to the baseline, draws the foul on Nevard, and Hecker's got 2 from the line.
Nevard picks up her 3rd now. Bill Thomas, team
Yeah.
8th.
Four players across the board with 3.
Hecker 1 of 3 from the line on the night.
We mentioned senior night coming up post-game here on RFM. We will also have Leominster High School head coach Rusty Frederick joining us at our courtside broadcast position before we sign off as well.
You know, Kate, we were praising the Red Raiders for their
Something just happened.
Pittsburgh.
Something
Not
just
entirely
happened.
certain what just
We
happened.
just got a technical foul on Hecker.
Hecker just got billed with a technical foul.
Yep.
She was
said
at the
something
free throw
after,
line.
Yeah, she said something afterward.
And Hecker has just gone to the bench.
I think she got ejected. I'm not sure about that. I don't want to speculate, but
It was a technical, that's for sure.
the point officials are singling her out and talking to her, that's for sure.
And now there's a conversation ensuing between both benches
She's
here.
coming back in.
Well,
She's
that's
back
good.
in.
Good to see she's, whatever she said, a magic word, but, oh, what's the technical here?
She gets to
She
finish
gets to
her
shoot, and then the Blue Devils are going to get
We'll get
possession.
their technical free throws
and possession.
and possession of the basketball.
Right.
I would agree. So Hecker is at the line here, shooting her last remaining of 2 shots. That one will not go.
I'm guessing she must have uttered one of those magic words.
I'm guessing
Maybe out of frustration, but it's something the officials don't want to hear.
whether it was at the student section, which of course she was shooting on the Leominster student section end of the floor. That's possible. Coach Rusty Frederick has designated Kyra Forsberg to go to the line to take the 2 technical free throws. And the first one will go down, 43-30.
Would have been a good chance to send Ava McDonald out there to shoot a free throw.
Indeed, it may have been.
She doesn't have her uniform on.
She got the top on.
That one will go down as well for Forsberg.
They may not enforce the mask rule, but I bet they enforce the
The
shorts.
uniform rule. Yeah, that's funny you say that. Timeout taken on the floor. Coach Rusty Frederick's going to spend the timeout, I think, to calm down the tension out there on the floor. 1 minute, 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 44-30, Leominster over Fitchburg.
The other type of situation we have to remember here, with 90 seconds remaining, tension's a little bit high in a situation where you're not necessarily been in situations where you've been ahead by any hefty margin throughout the season. As a coach, especially if you have younger players on the floor, you want to remind them of some of the key foundational items when you have a lead, when there are fouls to give on the other side, when tensions are high. You don't want all of a sudden the tension to be compounded if you take a hard foul and you take exception to it when Fitchburg clearly has several to give. So, there are reminders that Rusty's probably giving some of his younger athletes making sure, okay, when we get offensive possession, try to hold on to the ball as long as possible. You might get fouled hard. Let's just, get through 90 seconds, do so as cleanly as possible, and then we'll go and celebrate Ava and our other seniors.
And that is part of the game of basketball. Fouling to extend the game is definitely a part of it.
Sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you take exception, you forget.
Absolutely.
Tensions are a little high, emotions are high, people,
As they are every time these two schools get together.
Crowd.
In front of a very large crowd indeed. Leominster's playing catch at the top of the key here. Smith tried to challenge the basketball. Kelly steps in between three Red Raiders to take the shot. It's a miss, and Boulay runs down the rebound.
Fresh 30. Fitchburg content to allow Leominster to extend.
Coach DiGeronimo wants his team to challenge and perhaps give the foul as we're under a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. Leominster playing a game of keep away here. 10 to shoot on the possession.
They can be as aggressive as they want, with 3 fouls to play with.
As Pompey takes the shot, it was taken out of her hands by Graham out of play.
Only 6 on the shot clock here, so Leominster going to have to get something done here shortly.
46 7/10 left here in the fourth. Boulay.
They are not
with
aware.
2 to shoot. Into the corner, Caldwell. Caldwell throws this one up. They wave it off for the shot clock violation, and the ball will go back to Fitchburg. 40 seconds flat left here in the fourth quarter. There will be a 10-second differential on the inbound.
No fouls, says Rusty Frederick. No fouls. Do not foul.
Got trapped, may have had her ankle rolled over as her toe skidded across the floor.
She's been grimacing, that poor thing, all night.
Graham's 3 doesn't go. Boulay the rebound.
Definitely playing injured, Todd and Kate. You can see it right there. Playing hard, but giving it all she got.
Shot clock is off. Rest of the way. Final 18 seconds. Smith on Boulay gives the foul at 15 and a half seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
That'll end up being her team fourth of the second half.
Yeah, plenty still to give. Still 3 to give before
Just
you're going to put Leominster at the line. Correct.
Just not from her.
Boulay takes the inbound. Coach DiGeronimo looking for them to challenge the basketball, but does not appear like he wants them to give the foul. The double team steps up. Caldwell gets tied up with Santiago, and on senior night, Leominster's got a victory, and they will sweep the rivalry on the girls' basketball side of things.
Big win for the Lady Blue Devils tonight on rivalry night. Senior night on top of it, and good memory for Ava McDonald being part of a win on her senior night.
44-30, Leominster over Fitchburg with the victory. Leominster improves their record to a 5-10 overall mark. Fitchburg will fall to 4-10. Head coaches exchange congratulations, as do the other members of the coaching staff. Players wave to one another, and fans will head for the exit. Senior night coming up next, along with a whole lot more. That from here inside the gym at Leominster High School. We'll have head coach Rusty Frederick here at our courtside broadcast position as well as we continue here from the gym tonight. 44-30, Leominster over Fitchburg. Senior night is on deck here inside the gym. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV, we say thank you so very much for joining us. Once again, the final, Leominster a 44-30 winner over Fitchburg tonight. For Bradley Bedard, Bill Thomas, and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. We say so long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. For those of you continuing along with us live here on RFM, a break and we're back with senior night. All that and more to come. Stay with us. More here from the gym at Leominster High School. This is RFM.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.